Alright, so this is a sunset picture of the Disney Fantasy. You can see the sun setting off to pretty close to the center of the ship foreground. Now you'll see the highlights are a little bit blown. In other words, we've lost some detail here. You can see there, we've lost some detail. And we have a lot of detail that's hidden in the shadows. So we can increase the dynamic range of this whole photo. And what we do is reduce the highlights are lost. We just bring it right down. And we can lift the shadows. Now that creates a very low contrast image. So we're going to increase the contrast. Now we can play with the white point and the black point, which changes what the whites look like and the blacks look like. So we actually want to do that. We're going to make the whites just a little bit brighter. Or actually, I'm going to bring, the whites just a little bit brighter, and I'm going to bring down the blacks just a little bit. Now the whole image, and what I'm going to do is brighten the entire image. You can see up here in the histogram, we have some range. We have a lot of range here on the right side. So I'm going to just bring up the whole image just a bit. Make sure I don't really lose any highlights. I've just lost a little detail there. Now what we can do is make the whole image just a little bit more, bring the colors to life. And we do that with saturation or vibrance. So I'm just going to bring up the vibrance. You can go really crazy like that. That's too much. Right around there. I'm going to boost the contrast a little bit more. And now this is clarity. To show you, here we can make the image extremely soft or extremely rigid. I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of clarity. And we're pretty close to a final image now. Now we can also do things with specific colors. So if I want the sky even a little bit bluer, I'll increase the saturation just to blues. There you go, that looks pretty good. And over here, the orange, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to increase the saturation of the orange. You can see how that brightened the orange a little bit. We'll look just at the orange. See, and we'll bring it up. Now I'll also make the orange a little bit darker. And I'll do that by changing the luminance of the orange. Just make it almost disappear or very dark. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. So that really brought that to life. Now, an image usually needs to be sharpened. Everything to be a little bit soft. So let's look at some of the details over here. And let's just make everything a little sharper. First, we mask it because we don't want everything sharpened. We only want detail sharpened. So there we go. We're going to do that mask. We're just going to sharpen over here. You're soft. You're sharp. Let's look at another place that has more detail. We're going to go over here. So here it is not sharpened at all. Here it is too sharp. Where's the sharpen? Right in the middle. Increase the radius of the size that gets sharpened. Now that's a nice sharp image. This, if you have noise, reduces the noise. We're not doing that on this image. Now we're going to, Lightroom has built in that every lens camera combination has a little bit of deformity to it. So it has corrections built in. So we're going to correct it. You'll see what it did is around the edges, it brightened the edges to match, get rid of that deformity. We're almost done. The image up here, there was probably a spot on the inside of the lens or on the sensor. So you have some dust right there. So we can actually take that out with the spot removal tool right here. I'm just going to take that spot removal tool and close that up. And that took that right out. We have a final image now. Look at what the image looked like at the beginning. And this was our final image. So this is why working with raw files in inside Lightroom would really have a lot of versatility.